If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear drop, 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 drop.
Okay, well, looks like my Michael Gallup for Stephon Gilmore dreams are ruined. You know what I mean? I was looking forward to that shit. I really was. I was looking forward to seeing Stephon Gilmore in a Cowboys jersey, Michael Gallup in a Patriots jersey. You know what I mean? Been a long fantasy of mine, but I mean, the Cowboys, they believe Trevon Diggs is a number one. I thought they should get someone to complement Trevon Diggs, but I guess they're good with their cornerback core. I don't know who's behind him. I heard it's like Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis. I would get another one behind him, but I mean, they just drafted this dude named Kelvin Joseph, so maybe he can be that guy. Maybe Anthony Brown. They're fine with him as a number 2 corner. I don't know what it is, but the Panthers, they're going all in. What else can I say, man? And yet again, the Packers take another L. Another motherfucker. Look at this shit. Look at look at this meme. And once again, another motherfucker wanted to come play for the Packers, and they didn't get him. And they could have signed him for free. They didn't even have to trade for him. You know what I mean, actually no. Even if they trade for him, what do they have to trade away? A 2023 6th round pick? They couldn't give up a 2023 6th round pick? Are you kidding me? Are you really? Like, come on. Like, the Packers are a joke, bro. The Packers really are a joke. They really just want Aaron Rodgers to leave. And shit like this is like furthermore proof that they want him to leave. Because they just drafted Eric Stokes, and that's good and all. But who the fuck is their number 3 corner? You know what I mean? I don't know who it is. Josh Jackson I don't think he's there anymore. I think it's some dude named Isaac Yiadom. Like, Kevin King is trash. So, like, outside of Jair Alexander and then maybe Eric Stokes, they really don't have that much corner depth. So, I don't know. Packers are stupid. Clearly they don't want to keep Aaron Rodgers. Clearly they're moving forward with Jordan Love. So that's stupid. Number 2, Patriots. Y'all really think that y'all couldn't get at least a second for him? If I were the fucking Patriots, I would try to get a second for him. I would even do a pick swap just to make sure I got a 2nd round pick. Because you're probably not going to get a first. But for a player of Stephon Gilmore's caliber, you should at least be able to get a 2nd round pick. So, and for the Panthers, I mean, I get that they're going for it, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. Because they have all these corners, and like, they have all these corners on their roster. It's just like, who the fuck is going to start at this point? Because they got CJ Henderson, they got AJ Boye, they got Dante Jackson. Yeah, CJ Henderson, Boye, Jackson, now Gilmore, and then they had J.C. Horn, who's on IR, but he's going to come back. So once this all forms together, like, who are y'all going to keep? Who are y'all going to get rid of? Because, like, y'all can't have this many corners on the roster together. Like, someone's got to go. I mean, I guess the Panthers are just going for it. You know what I mean? I guess they're just going for it this year because they know the Saints are rebuilding. They know the Falcons are trash. So really, their only competition for this division is probably the Buccaneers. You know, the Buccaneers are probably going to win the division, but they're trying to get that wild card spot, and I respect that. You know, they got Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? They traded a 2nd for him. You know, they traded a 6th for this guy. They traded a 3rd for CJ Henderson. They're going for it. I respect that. I respect what the Panthers are doing. You know what I mean? Would be nice if they had an actual left tackle rather than Cam Irving, but other than that, I respect what they're doing. They're building a great team. You know what I mean? I thought the Panthers, in my prediction video, I thought they were going to start out really hot. I said they're going to like start out 6-1, and they're going to fall apart towards the end of the season. Maybe that's what they were worried about. Maybe they thought, hey, you know what, we might fall apart at the end of the season. So, you know, they did this move just as an insurance policy. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, even when I had them falling apart, they were 8-9, and the wild card team was 9-8, and that was the Vikings. But the Vikings look like they're trash, so they might get that wild card spot from the Vikings, honestly. So, but here's the thing: even if they do make the playoffs, are they gonna make it far, or are they gonna just be a wild card exit? Because I believe they have the makings of a wild card team. But I still am not sure if they can win a playoff game yet, because there's so many good teams in the NFC. It's really hard to imagine them winning a playoff game. Because even the Cowboys, they just lost to the fucking Cowboys. So, you know what I mean? I don't see them beating the Cowboys. That's number one. You know, I really find a hard time believing they could beat the 49ers. That's like a maybe they beat the 49ers. They're not beating the Seahawks, I know that for sure. They're not beating the Cardinals, I know that for sure. You know what I mean? They're not beating the Buccaneers, I know that for sure. They're not beating the Packers. So really, the only team I could see them matching up with is maybe the 49ers. And the 49ers probably won't even win the division. They don't have a chance in hell in beating the Rams. So we can just book that shit. They're not beating the Rams. We all know that shit. So, in my opinion, these are going to be the 4 division winners. I mean, we all saw what they did against them. We all saw what they do every time they go to the Buccaneers. So, yeah. So, let's look at the shit. We got the Buccaneers. We got the Packers. We got the Rams. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about division winners right now. So Buccaneers, Packers, Rams, and Buccaneers, Packers, Rams. Hold on. Oh yeah, and Cowboys. Dude, I always forget that the AFC East is a thing, or the NFC East is a thing. But yeah, those are the 4 teams that are probably gonna win the division. It's gonna be the Buccaneers. It's gonna be the Buccaneers, it's going to be the Cowboys, it's going to be the Packers, and then it's going to be the Rams. And they're not winning those divisions, so they're going to have to go against one of those teams. I don't even want to mention the wild card teams, because they're not going to win that division. They're not beating out the Buccaneers for that division. As much as I don't like the Buccaneers, as much as I think they're a bandwagon-ass team, they're going to win that division. Like, we all know they're going to win that division. There's not even an argument. So, they're not beating the Buccaneers. They're not beating the Rams. They're not beating the Cowboys. We just saw that. You know what I mean? And they're not beating the Packers. So, really, I don't know. This move makes them marginally better. This makes them a wild card team, which, hooray, they made the playoffs. But eventually, they're going to have to decide if they want to keep Sam Darnold. Because Sam Darnold, he's a good QB, but I don't know if he's a franchise QB. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I feel like they could have picked Justin Fields. It would have been the same result. You know, they could have picked Mac Jones. It would have been the same result. Like, he'll get you results, but I don't know if he's a guy who could carry a team on his back. Like, because this is a really good roster. I feel like the Panthers just put together a really good roster, and Sam Darnold so far is just not fucking them up. He's not winning them games, but he's not losing them games either. That's what I'll say about Sam Darnold. He's not losing the Panthers games, but he's not winning them games either. He just has a great roster around him. You know what I mean? So is that the makings of a franchise QB? I mean, they gave him his 5th-year option, so they have the 1 more year to see if he can win them games rather than just not lose them games. But for right now, I mean, if the Panthers' goal was to just make the playoffs, I think this is a dub. But if their goal was to win a Super Bowl, then nah, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. But I mean, other than that, there's nothing more for me to say. Looks like my Michael Gallup for Stephon Gilmore. Those dreams are crushed. I don't know what the Cowboys are gonna do with Michael Gallup. What I would do is probably try to trade him for N'Keal Harry. You know what I mean? Swap those situations. Because I still said N'Keal Harry. So I said Stephon Gilmore and N'Keal This is the trade that if the Patriots were smart, they would have done. It would have been Stephon Gilmore, N'Keal Harry, and a 3rd round pick for Stephon. Stephon Gilmore, N'Keal Harry, and a 3rd round pick for Michael Gallup and a 2nd round pick. So they'd be essentially swapping 3rd and 2nd round picks. But that'd be a better trade than what they got. They got like a 2023 6th. You're telling me another 2nd round pick? I mean, you give up your 3rd, but you're telling me a 2nd round pick swap for your 3rd is not a better deal than trading him for a fucking 2023 6th? I don't know. That's just me, but if they're confident on it, that's all that matters. So, I mean, there's nothing more to say. I mean, I guess you trade N'Keal Harry for Michael Gallup now. You do like a pick swap between those two motherfuckers. You mean, because the Patriots still need a number 1 receiver. I will forever say that. Nelson Aguilar is not a number 1. Kendrick Bourne is not a number 1. They're great complementary receivers to a number 1, but they're not number 1s themselves. And I think this offense was built to run the ball, but they can't do that because Mac Jones does not have the threat that Cam Newton had to move. You know what I mean? The reason their offense works with Cam Newton is because he's a threat to run the ball. Because they know that Mac Jones can't run, so they just stack the box with Damian Harris, and then they have the 2 tight end sets going on, you know what I mean, with the 2 burners to complement them. But it doesn't work because they don't have any complements to run the ball. So, yeah, they're kind of screwed. Honestly, the Patriots, I don't know what they're doing. They're 1-3 right now. So the Patriots, I would recommend they probably should just tank the season. Honestly, wait for Michael Gallup to become a free agent so they don't have to trade anything for him. And other than that, there's nothing more to say. I'm out. Peace.